Carlo's Pizza Day. We have our new 15 by 15 square pans, and I did a high gluten flour this time without the mixture of the previous recipe, and it was definitely more pliable, and you can see I was able to stretch it out fairly easy. And then we used our little roller to get the holes here. And we're all set with some sauce. I did a fresh shred on an aged provolone, which actually has a pretty funky bite to it. Then we have our normal provolone mozzarella mix here. And we got everything at room temperature, and we have our Hormel pepperoni slices. So the pizza oven, this time we're gonna do just the lower element and focus on heat on the bottom. And for this style of pizza, Ohio Valley style, we're not going to do any heat on the top element in the pizza oven. And just now hit 500, so we're getting ready to put one in. The one thing I've noticed about, this pizza oven is it's like pretty awesome. This is our new larger pizza cart here, and that was the old one there. But I wanted something I could have some doors down there and store all my stuff out here and kind of keep it protected, and bugs could still get in there. But anyway, but the one thing about this pizza oven is it does take a while to heat up. So now this time I'm just gonna do the bottom. You can see I've got the top element turned off. Got it set for trying to get 550 or so, but you can see it's just now 500, and it's been actually about an hour and 5 minutes, and it just it takes a while to heat up, but I'm tired of waiting. It's time to put this bad boy in there. So let's go ahead and get it going. Decided to try the new pizza pans. So like I say, we're going to focus on the bottom element, heat. And last time, actually all the times we've shown some videos of us cooking, because it's a quest, it's a learning. I had the top element on, and for a pizza like this, it actually started to burn everything on the top. And this one's all about Ohio Valley pizza styles. It seems to be it's all about really getting a toasty bottom crust, and so that's what we're looking for here. Anyway, so I'm gonna turn off and go get a couple of utensils and get ready here. All right, we got it under the special lid here. It ended up, the temperature kept cooling down every time I checked on it, of course, so I went from 500 to couldn't get it over 400 the whole time I cooked it, so I had to do 7 minutes initially, put a little sauce on, then it was a full 10 minutes after that. So I cranked the temp up. We'll see if we can have a little better result on the second one. I mean, it started to brown on the bottom, but it wasn't as crispy when you tapped on the crust on the top here. So we'll see how it tastes. Well, we just had our first pieces, and I'll tell you what, this high gluten flour gave it a much airier crust, and Sherry thinks it's more like Carlo's. So anyway, this really looks good, tastes good, and that's a lot of pizza. So we got one more to do. I'm just waiting for the temp to come back up on the oven, but this time I'm going to use my fresh shredded aged provolone. So we'll give it a little different flavor. So this pizza, I did a little bit longer, and I did get a little bit more toast on it. I did 10 minutes just with the dough, pulled it out, put some sauce on, and then actually ran it about 10 more minutes. Came up, put the cheese on, put the pepperoni on, covered it with our little large pan over here. And that helped melt it down. And so this one had the sharp provolone. It's definitely got a little bit more sharper cheese taste, but kind of gives it a little something different. And you can tell this high gluten flour definitely gave it a more airy, crust and a nice crunch when you bite into it. So at this point, I think I'd probably continue with this high gluten formula for the Carlo style or Ohio Valley style. All right, so what'd you think?
So I think every time we try this experiment, we get pieces of it right. So today was definitely the crust. Whatever you did with the flour mixture, however long you cooked the crust, it had that crunch to it. So the crust was excellent. It was lacking a little bit of sauce, so I would recommend that you put more sauce on it the next time and maybe a little more cheese. But outside of that, the crust was a winner.
All right, we're on our way.
We are.